What's up, everybody? It's AJ with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be checking out the WeatherTech Deflectors. We have this in a kit, so you're going to get the front and the rear. Let's check them out. Taking a closer look at the deflectors, they're made out of a sturdy aero grade acrylic, so they're going to hold up, so you don't have to worry about it getting damaged if something hits it. You see it's pretty tough as I knock on it. It's not just a flimsy piece of plastic. It does have some strength there, and it's really good for rolling your window to about here. If it's raining, it helps deflect that rain so you can still have some airflow in the cab of your truck, and you don't have to have the window all the way down and get the rain on the inside. Here's a look at the rear one. Just an example of how it and the front one do look factory. I think they fit the truck really well. They go with the contours of the window so it doesn't look out of place. Another great thing is they're really easy to install. You don't have to bend them too much like some other air deflectors where you worry about them breaking. Just a slight bend to get them installed. Check out how I did it. We're on the passenger side and we're going to install our front deflector first. So you kind of match it up with the way the window looks. You see how it's going to fit right in there. We're going to start with the front. We're going to slide it in right here in this gap. You can see there's kind of a textured weather strip. It's going to go right in between this one and the rubberized one. So we're going to shove it into the corner here first, and then we're going to bow it out just a little bit to get our other side in. And now I'll come from the front to the back and start to tuck it into place. It's going to go right in between that first weather guard. How about there and take a look. See, you got to make sure it goes underneath there. We're good here, but right about here, it got jammed up a little. So just bring it out. Let that weather guard pop out. And we can push it up into place the rest of the way. I'm going to pull out on the deflector just a little bit to kind of stretch it so that the windows can go up and down and it won't affect it. I'm going to go inside now and roll up the windows a few times. I'm going to roll up the window. Now on this first one, it might make a little bit of contact. If your windows have the auto detect where they stop, that might happen. Just go ahead and go up as long as you don't hear any cracking or breaking. Didn't even hit it that time. You see, oh, well, it came back down a little bit. That's okay. That's why we're going to do it 4 or 5 times just to make sure it settles in. Now we're going to install the rear rain guard. Now there's a little bit more to this than the front one. They give you some tools to use with it. So it's nice that you don't have to find your own in the toolbox. It's a plastic shim that's really easy to use. What you're going to do is pull down on this rubber strip. It's also the textured one like we talked about before. You're going to pull it all the way down and put a clip up in there. But I want to show you it before I start doing that just to make it make a little bit more sense. In the diagram, it's kind of hard to follow along. We're going to put this up underneath this weather strip, and then we'll put the guard in between the clip and the top of the door. And that's going to make more sense when I show you. But I just want to give you a heads up because the diagram isn't super helpful in the instructions. So we're going to use our tool. It also has a mark on there for 3 inches. So we'll go 3 inches from the door. So about here is where we want it. So I'll use this hook to go up and above the weather strip, pull it all the way down, and we're going to insert our clip. So just push that up into place. You can get it started with your thumb, flip it around, use the wider end to push it up a little bit further. You want it to be straight up and down, so then you can fold that weather strip back up. I'm pushing down on the bent edge with my thumb and pushing up with the tool, and then we can push the weather strip back up. So it's not as bad as it seems, it just takes a little bit to get it right. Then we'll go to the front, and now we're going to go 4 inches in from the door. So about right here is where our other clip's going to go. And we're going to do the same thing as we did for the rear clip. Now with the rain guard in hand, I'm going to peel back the protective strips for the adhesive. Once again, make sure you match it up with the shape of the window. So we're going to have the straight edge up front and the curved edge towards the back. We're going to work it into place. So the way I found that was easy is to put one end in here, kind of bend it out, put the other end in, and then we're going to put this lip in between the clip and the door frame. So first, let's get it inserted into the groove, and then push against the clips and slide it up. Now I'm going to pull out on it just a little bit like we did on the front, make sure it's out of the way when I go test the window. Looks like it went right up into place and no contact was made. I'm just going to go ahead and do it 5 times just to be sure. It looks good right there. Overall, wasn't too bad to get installed. The front ones were really easy. The back ones weren't that bad. Once you figure out how to get the clips up in there on that first one, the second one's gonna be just as easy. Well, I think that about does it. Thanks for hanging out and hope this helped.